today I am making over this ugly giraffe. Um, do you all think that I'm going to be able to turn this into something cute? I don't know. I honestly don't know. The jury's still out on, for my opinion. So I bought this at when I went thrifting. I like to visit a place called Anything Goes Trading Company, and it is in Bose, Kentucky, and it is just this big junk store on the outside. So they have table after table after table set up outside, and there is just all kinds of things out there. And basically, you just pick out everything you want, you put it in a box, and they offer you a price. So I had a box full, and I got everything for $15. Okay. This is one of the items that was in my box. There were lots of other things in the box. And honestly, there were some things in the box that to me, two or three items that equaled $15. So I feel like I basically got this guy for free. So we're going to just see what we can do. Okay. I don't know. He might turn out ugly. He honestly might. He might not be cute in the end, but we're going to try it and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see. Maybe we can make something cute. All right. So we'll see what happens. What do y'all think? What's your vote? You think it's going to be cute? You think it's still going to be ugly even after we give it a makeover? I've been thinking about, there's two holes right here, and then there is one ear missing. And so I've been thinking about it. Do I want to try and replace those, or do I want to leave it as is? And I feel like for character that I just kind of want to leave it as is. So we'll see. What we could do is we could take some clay and we could sort of make these two pieces and kind of fix those pieces. But I'm not going to. So we'll see what happens. All right. So when you hop on, say hello. Let me know you're watching. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Hope you had a really great weekend. We had a really good weekend. I did post a couple of pictures from the weekend. It was a lot of fun. We spent some time with Griffin this weekend since he goes back to school this week. It's so hard to believe it's almost here. We go tomorrow to our school open house and get to meet his teacher, and then he goes back to school on Thursday. So it's time, y'all. It's time. All right. Hey, Jeslyn. Hi, Aletta. Hello, Lynn. Hey, Maxine. Hey, Lori. Happy Monday. Hi, Carol. Hey, Dorothy. Hi, Teresa. Hey, Tina. Hello, Danae. Your cousin loves giraffes, Lynn. So this guy, I wasn't 100% sure, but I do think he is a giraffe. I'm good. How are you, Teresa? Thank you, Larissa. Hi, Cynthia. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Gloria. Hi, Jackson and friends over on YouTube. It was good, Teresa. Had a great weekend. Happy Monday. Teresa. Definitely ready for school. Hey, Glenda. Yes. We always go back the middle of August every year. And then we get out the end of May. Hey, Tina. DeFever. Hello, aesthetic but preppy over on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hi, Tribal Queen Olivia on YouTube. All right. So here's the game plan. We're going to make him gold. So I'm going to start with some spun gold. This is available on our website. This is Deco Art. We're going to start with this, okay? And we're going to add some other things to it, but I think we're going to just get a base of this. I'm thinking that because of the color that it already is, that I might not need to do a base coat. I'm thinking because that's sort of just a neutral, I think the gold will do well on it. So I'm thinking I'm not going to do a base coat, and we're just going to cover right over it with the gold. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Hello, everyone on YouTube. I'm glad I said it right, Tina. Yay, Tina Carey. She just received her crafty kit. She says she loves it. All right, so the Deco Art paint, this is available on the website. The paintbrush that I'm using here, this is also available at celebrationcompany.com. This is a gold metallic. It's called Spun Gold. And we're just going to start by just giving this is basically our base coat, is this Spun Gold. Okay. And then we're going to add some other layers on top. So in the end, it's going to be a gold statue, essentially, is what I'm thinking. And so we're just starting with this metallic gold paint as the base. And this is kind of like a concrete kind of a material. And, you know, I might like it, I might not like it. But it's worth trying, I think. Especially considering, you know, it's not like I paid very much for it. Like I said, I got this with a bunch of other stuff. And so in my opinion, I kind of got it for free. Hey, Patty. So if we don't like it, then you know what? We'll just drop it at the Goodwill, or in the garbage can, you know, whatever. First time watcher. I missed it. Who's the first time? It's a Tina. Oh, it was Tina DeFever, and I said her name right. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us today, Tina. So great to have you. Don't be alarmed by this crazy looking piece here. I don't always work on things that are this unique. But today we are. I bought this at an antique. Okay, so it's a mixture of stores. It's not all antique. Wow, Robert, that wasn't very nice. Got a YouTuber not being very nice. It's a store that's like, it's an antique store on the inside, but it's sort of like a junk store on the outside. And so everything just sits out there and gets wet and weathered. And I like that because then we can find some fun weathered pieces. But then also sometimes things just get broken, you know, and you just kind of have to see the beauty in things. So that's sort of what this was. It was kind of like me just looking past the ugly and thinking, would that look pretty painted gold as like a little statue? So we'll see. But what are y'all thinking so far? Just painted. Again, we got some other things that we're going to be doing. But this is just the base. Thank you, Patty, for taking care of him. It really can, Tina. It's I don't understand it, honestly. Why you go live over there and it's like some days you just have some nasty people hop on. I never know what I'm going to get. Never know what I'm going to get. Or what someone is going to say when I'm live on YouTube. Some of the screws are expensive. exposed on here. Okay. But I've got the base coat. I think I just need to get the underside. So let me dry it. And then we'll get the underside here. But so far, we have the base coat on. Hey, Dawn. And then we're going to add some more gold on top. Just see what happens. Oh, funny, Larissa. Teresa, it's just a constant thing. We're constantly going in and having to delete and block people because they're wanting to, send friend requests and want you to message them and all the things, and it never ends. Never ends. All right, so what do we think about it right now, just with a change of color? Is it getting any better, do y'all think? Because it's not going to change much, right? We're just changing the color and stuff and hoping that it just turns out to be this really unique statue. I feel like it already looks better just being painted. I'm not going to say it's amazing. It's definitely unique. It's a very unique piece for sure. Once you dry this paint, it really starts to have so much more of a metallic look than when it's wet. Sounds like maybe a little. All right. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to get a few touch-ups. I see a couple of spots, and I'm going to flip it so I can get underneath the head. It does kind of look like an anteater. I thought that too, a little bit. I love that, Teresa. It was pretty well split. There were a lot of you that encouraged me to get it. But there was a lot that encouraged me to not get it. So it was definitely pretty well split down the middle on opinions, which I was kind of shocked by, honestly. I mean, the color before was bad. Like, the color was just horrible before. It was not a pretty color, in my personal opinion. So changing the color definitely helps a bit, because the color was really awful. And making it this metallic looks a lot better. All right. Okay. So here is how it looks right now. So what do we think? Is it better? Because I think it's better. I don't think I'm going to, Robin. I don't think I'm going to. I think that makes it even more unique. Having it broken, it makes it feel old to me. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to. Let me show you, Debbie. She asked about the vase from Friday. It is basically done. So here's what it looks like. I ended up doing quite a bit of paint. So I did about 3 bottles of paint and swirled it around. It took a little bit, maybe about 30 minutes for me to get all of it covered and coated on the inside. But I would just kind of move it and then I'd sit it down and then wait a little while and then move it again and sit it down until everything was covered. The one thing that did happen is that some of the little holes, the paint, like for instance, you can see it right here. Can you all see that? Didn't go all the way into the holes. And so it left these like almost like little eyeballs. And I couldn't reach them all. So earlier today, I went in with a paintbrush to fix some of those holes. But some of these up at the top, I couldn't reach. So, you know, the options are to go back in with more paint and do it again, or to leave it. So I decided to leave it, and I took a window scraper and I scraped the paint off the top and around the edges. I let it sit upside down and let it drain in a cup for about 24 hours. After it drained, I flipped it over to let it dry. So it's still drying on the inside a little bit, especially where I fixed the holes today. But I am super happy with how it turned out. Super happy with how it turned out. So like I said, some of those little spots are just I'm just gonna have to deal with them. There's like this side right here, you don't see very many of them. So I'll probably just turn that side out so that's the side that you see. But I think it turned out really awesome. So y'all, if you missed it Friday, this is a glass vase that I got. It was clear. And I got it for $1 at a thrift store, and I thought it was just adorable, but I didn't want it to be clear. So I poured paint on the inside, and I just swirled it around until everything was covered, and then dumped it. Yes, exactly, Dawn. Those messages do come through a lot, and every time we see them, we will go in and we'll block them from being on the page and delete their comments. Yes, Larissa, absolutely, kind of like that. Okay, so it looks really good, but I'm going to amp it up a little bit more, I think. So I'm going to pop out the gold leaf. We played with the gold leaf the other day, and we did, what did we do with the gold leaf, y'all? Oh, we did the bamboo frame. That's upstairs, so I can't show you, but it was beautiful. So we're going to do a little bit of the gold leaf on here. Okay, now it's not going to take real well because it's not a smooth surface. But we are going to add a little bit of it on here. I just want to see, we're going to see what happens basically. So I'm going to just take this same brush. All right. And I'm just going to pour out some decoupage glue. Thank you, Terry. Yes, Dorothy, that's what I think too. All right, so I'm going to grab my gold leaves. This is from Amazon. I've got some pieces here. All right, so I'm just going to take some decoupage glue. I'm not going to do a ton of decoupage glue. And I'm just going to start applying it. Just going to put it on evenly and thinly. So I don't want a bunch of big gloopy areas of glue. And then I'm just going to take a piece of my gold leaf, press it on, just like that. All right. And I'll grab a brush that kind of a soft bristle brush, and we'll use that. And I like to just very gently, just kind of press it into, and sometimes, y'all, you can buy glue that's specifically made for gold leaf. I don't want it to stick to all the parts though. I want there to be some of that other gold showing through, because I think that's going to make it look even better. And you can just then take and just kind of remove some of the excess. I am liking how that did. Look at that. And so we're just going to repeat the process until we covered the whole thing. So I'm just applying a thin layer of glue. You do not want this to be thick. You don't want it to be, gloopy in spots. You want just a really nice, good thin layer. And if it starts to dry a little bit, that's okay, because that makes it tacky, and the gold leaf actually sticks better when it's tacky like that. All right. So I'm just gonna keep going, apply, just taking my fingers and just pressing it down. And then I'm just going to use the brush to just gently tap it in. The dry brush, not the wet brush. You want to make sure you're using the dry one here. Just gently press it in. You want to make sure that you can still see all the details, that you're not missing those details. And then you just kind of take and just start kind of rubbing some of the excess off. This is turning out better than I thought that it would. And of course, wherever you put the glue is where the gold leaf's going to stick. So I got a little spot over here that still needs some gold leaf. I'm just kind of bringing my glue just right up to the edges. And then we've got that lighter, sort of not so shiny gold in the background from the spun gold paint. It does fly everywhere. It is messy for sure, Terry. I did some candlesticks the other day, and they were a pain. I did record it. I think I'm going to post it because I do really like how it turned out. But it was definitely a pain. All right. And you can take and just kind of pull away some of the excess as well. Yay, Donna! That's awesome! I hope you found some really fun treasures. I hope you loved Paducah. Sorry you didn't get to buy this amazing piece because I snatched it up. Oh my goodness, I'm loving that. I am loving it. The finish on that is looking so good because it's looking worn a little bit where some of that gold leaf isn't covering. I am liking this so far. All right, so let's keep going. We're gonna go on and do the next layer. We're just gonna keep going until we've covered the whole thing. All right, go. And we'll save some of these pieces, these smaller pieces, for the top. Just press it in. Patty just posted a link that came out like I should have slowed down, you know. Patty just posted a link for the gold leaf. I got it on Amazon. So we just kind of take the brush and just stamp it in. And anything that doesn't want to stick is just going to naturally come off. And that's what we want. It's working very well on this texture. I'm liking that texture it's giving. All right. Let me show you the back side. Okay. I'm getting excited. I think, Terry, I think it's a giraffe. I think it's a giraffe. It does sort of look like an anteater, though. But I think it's a giraffe. Okay. Let's grab another full sheet here. Put up underneath. And then I got a spot here that isn't covered. So I'm just going to go on and grab some of these extra pieces to stick in where that glue is. I know, Terry. Well, I kept calling it a horse when I first picked it up. But I definitely don't think it's a horse. I think it is a giraffe. But it definitely does also kind of look like an anteater in a way. But this stuff will fly everywhere. Just kind of stippling it to remove some of the excess, but also create that texture. Yeah. I like it. I can't answer that, Lynn. I don't know. I'm assuming the thickness of it. This one here, it doesn't say. So I don't know what thickness this one is. All right, so now we're just going to start on the back part here. I'll just take some of these extra pieces and apply them on the rest of this on the back of the head. So I've got an extra piece right here. That on, and then I've got some pieces over here in the bag. You're liking it, Teresa? So we'll just use some of these small pieces to just fill in all these little areas. You definitely have a little playing time because, like I said, you know, it almost does better if the glue gets a little tacky than if you do it when the glue is wet. Okay, and you can save the little bits and use those as glitter on things. I've got one more step, I think, that I'm going to do after we finish the gold leaf. So this one we actually don't have on the website. We've got the 1 inch. This was a sample, and we decided not to purchase that size. Yes, Larissa. She said that she did a search on this and some items come up saying deer. But she said that gold heads like this are selling for a lot of money. So see, there you go. There you go. All right. It's very wobbly. You're up here messing with his head. Okay. Okay, sweetie. Have a good practice. I love you.
You too. Bye.
Bye, baby. Okay. All right. Let's get the head now. We're almost there. Go on and get most of the head covered. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all with one sheet, but I should be able to get most of it. Okay. Okay, pressing it in, and then I'm going to pull some of this off the bottom and use it for the end of the nose, since I've already got glue on that part. Okay. It's turning into a really cool piece, I think. What about my doubters, the ones who didn't think I should get it? What are y'all thinking right now? Are y'all thinking you are starting to like it? Or are you still thinking, not my thing? Which is totally fine. Totally fine. Okay. All right, so it's pretty cool. Oh, it's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to turn it up so I can get the bottom. Okay, looks like y'all are liking it. Patty, I've made Patty a believer. She's just not sure how I'm going to use it. I'll show you how I'm going to use it. All right, another piece for the bottom here, under his chin. Pull off some of the excess. I completely understand, Dee Dee. So I decided to leave it and to not fix its horns because I thought that it would just make it even more unique and give it character. So that was kind of my reasoning for not changing it. Because I just kind of wanted something unique and something that's got some fun character to it. So someone said it kind of almost makes it look like an old artifact in a way by having it not, having the horns not being fixed. But if you wanted to, you could definitely use some clay or something like that to fix the horns and make it fixed. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Make it whole. Okay? To make it whole. All right. So we're going to just take the brush, just brush over it, just remove any more excess. And we've just kind of got those 2 layers of gold. Which I really like. some parts are a little bit more covered than others. All right. I'm liking this a lot. Okay, so I was thinking about doing another layer of gold and taking my metallic luster. So we'll have sort of 3 colors of gold. So we started with the spun gold, painted the whole thing spun gold. Then we went in with our gold leaf and covered everything in the gold leaf. So now I'm just going to I'm going to use my finger, I think. I'm just going to take my finger and just kind of rub over and I'm kind of just hitting some of the higher points with the metallic luster. And this is just going to kind of give it a little bit more of a vintage look by just doing another layer of gold. If I used a brush, it would get down into all the crevices, and I don't want that. I just want it kind of on the top. It's also going to help to bring out a little bit more of that detail as well. Now, I'm not sure if y'all are going to be able to see this or not when I show it to you. So I don't know if you can tell or not, but it just adds another layer of dimension. So we've got 3 layers of gold going on here. Like a seahorse, you know what? It's all up to interpretation at this point. It could be a seahorse. I like seahorses. I especially like the sea, so you know, that's fine too. And then this sort of smooth area, I'm just rubbing it on here and there. It's going to tone down that gold leaf in areas. You don't think a giraffe's nose is that long? I feel like a giraffe's nose is pretty long. But again, who knows really? It could be lots of things. This is hurting my finger a little bit, rubbing over all this texture. But we are about done with this. I think in the picture you'll be able to get the different layers a little bit better than you can live. I don't know if y'all can tell or not. I think it's kind of hard to tell. But we'll just call it the animal head, and you know, it can be whatever feels right. Okay. according to Google, it's a giraffe head, Dee Dee said. All right. What do we think? I think I'm done. I don't think I want to. You could also, do a wash over it if you wanted to, with some raw umber to sort of make all the details really stand out. But I don't think I want that. I like just the simplicity of it just being this gold head, and it makes you question it. It's a piece that everyone's going to ask about. And it's a conversational piece, right? And I think that makes it fun and unique. There you go, Dana. She said, I don't think I've ever seen a vintage whimsical craft project. So, it's just fun. It's just something fun. It's different. And that's really what it's about. It's about just, doing something fun, doing something different. I don't know. I like it. I'm interested to see it in my decor and see what it looks like. I think we really changed it by making it gold. The gold leaf did an amazing job. It's just really cool. Really cool. You can see sort of the almost distressing, like where you can see that other gold color coming through. I saw Mom's on and she's chiming in now. She said, it looks expensive, something I could see in Pier 1 or a furniture store. And she's one of them that was like, what? You shouldn't be buying that. No. Thank you, Patty. Well, I'm glad that y'all like it. I know it's unique. I know it's different, but I do think it's pretty cool. And I'm happy with how it turned out. So I can't wait to see what it looks like on my hutch. So, yeah, I think it does look a little Egyptian in a way. And I don't know, it's really unique and cool. So, I think that I will use this right now, and I think I'll also use this in my fall decor with the greens, the olive green and mustard that I'm going to be using. And then I'm going to use it now with the blues. So I do need to show a picture to y'all because I did get all my pillow covers on, and I got my new rug in. So I need to show y'all that. I got to take my new blue vase upstairs as well. So anyways, yay. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm glad y'all liked this. Patty, if you are still watching, can you post the Amazon link for me? I don't know what it is. So really quick, we have our glue guns now on Amazon, and it would just mean the world to us if y'all would help us out a little bit with that. If you would just, hopefully Patty's on and she's going to post the link for us. If you would just click on that link and just go look at the page, at the Amazon page. Just go look at it. If you have purchased a glue gun from us, I would love it if you would also go to the Amazon link and put a review in, because right now we need help getting our link seen on Amazon. Currently, you can't find it, okay? And so when people type in hot glue gun, we want people to be able to see our link and see our glue gun. So Patty's just posted the link there on Amazon. If you click on that, just go click on it, look at it. Just by having the traffic to the page helps it to be seen more. And then if you would also leave a review, if you have bought a glue gun from us, that would mean the world to us, okay? It would make a huge difference. Obviously, we love you guys so much, and this page is wonderful, and we have a really great following here on this page, but it does not compare to Amazon. And so we want to be able to get our glue guns out there and sold on a much bigger platform. So They are on Amazon. We hope that y'all will check it out. Just check the link out. It would mean so much to us. Thank you so much for watching, and